A political strategist is crowdsourcing money in an effort to cross-reference data and expose potential widespread voter fraud in many swing states. Here's One America's Jack Posobiec.
We are very excited to welcome back to One America News. It's Matt Brainerd, the former Data and Strategy Director for Trump 2016 and the current Director of the Voter Integrity Project. Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about this new project that you've undertaken here in the aftermath of the 2020 election.
I'd be happy to. What we have done is we've taken data, source data from the states, the 6 important swing states that tell us who voted early and who voted absentee. We're applying 6 different strategies to it to try to detect potential vote fraud. And we're going to be very transparent about this. We look forward to reporting our results as we find them and leaving it up to the people and potentially lawyers that we're working with to make this stuff actionable.
Okay, and so when you say actionable, what does that mean exactly? What type of stuff are you looking for in your analysis?
Well, I've seen a lot of people putting out charts and theories and graphs and maps, and while that's interesting, I don't think anything really carries as much weight in a courtroom as a person standing up, signing an affidavit or testifying that I did not cast that ballot, even though the state says I did, or saying that I returned my absentee ballot in plenty of time, yet the state didn't count it or didn't receive it. So those are the kinds of things that we're looking for. Many of the speculations using mathematical or statistical analysis, they're indicating that this kind of thing is happening, but I'm actually finding the people it happened to, the voter fraud victims, if we find them. And we've already identified quite a few people who are in this category, and we're passing their information on to the attorneys in the respective states who are ready to take action and bring this to the court for potential remedy.
All right, now give us a sense of what are some of the numbers that you're getting together in the various states?
So our preliminary numbers sort of indicate to us people we want to talk to. Okay, so one of the techniques we're applying is we're looking at anybody that voted earlier absentee in a state that also showed up in the Postal Service's National Change of Address database. Whenever you move, you fill out a little card to have your mail forwarded. Well, the Postal Service puts that in a database and sells it for a lot of money. We've gotten access to it. So what we're doing is we're calling people who cast earlier absentee ballots but supposedly have moved in some cases to a different state, and asking them, hey, did you really cast that ballot? And in many cases, we're finding people saying, no, I have no idea how that happened. I didn't cast a ballot. So that's one of the strategies that we've employed so far, and we've yielded success. We found many people in every state we've called that have said this has happened to them, and this is an indicator that there may have been widespread voter fraud in these states. Our method in this specific case that I described to you, we'll probably only detect, a couple dozen, maybe 100 or so. But it's the same way that, you just detect a couple of antibodies in your body to know that, hey, there's a sickness there.
What are some of the other methods that you're employing for this data?
So one of the other methods that I'm most excited about is the double voter method. We are looking for people who we can match to adjacent states, to other voters who voted in a swing state, but also voted in one of the adjacent states, or maybe states that are a little bit further away, that are essentially the same person. And it's a pretty open shut case that you're not allowed to vote in federal elections in 2 states.
This is really incredible, and I wish we had more time to dig into it. Tell us, where can people go to follow you and get all the updates on your work?
Well, most of all, we need money. This is a very expensive process. We spent over $100,000 on the data to determine this, and so far we spent about $300,000 on call centers. So if you want to help us, please make a contribution at givesendgo.com/voter integrity.
Matt Brainerd, always a pleasure. Thanks for being with us here at One American News.
Thank you.